Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Doom Eternal once again. Around a month ago, the game got a new update that removed the Denuvo DRM. Apparently, a few months after release, they implemented a more aggressive DRM solution, and the game was running way worse than on release. So yeah, now we have no Denuvo on this game, which is awesome, hence why I am testing it again. First on the cards I didn't test it on release, and then I might retest the other ones that I tested before, so we can see if there's a performance improvement. In the options menu there are a couple new options. One of them is present from compute. I recommend keeping this on. It says that it improves performance. Personally, I didn't see much of a difference, but in some cards I turned it off because the game looked choppy. I'm not sure what's up with that. So if you're experiencing choppiness in the game, just disable this. Or if you want to have MSI Afterburner running with the overlay, also disable this, the present from compute option. Then if you want a quick and easy performance improvement, lower shadow quality, reflections, directional occlusion, likes, particles, volumetrics, lowering those together gave me the biggest performance boost, especially if you go from the highest to high or medium. If you don't want to get complicated with the options menu, just use the presets. Going from the highest preset to medium or high was the biggest difference I saw. From the highest to ultra, sometimes there's not a huge improvement, both visually and performance wise. Just make sure that the texture pulse size is the correct one so you don't go over your VRAM limits. One thing that I also really like about this game, like on the first Doom, you can see the performance using an overlay built into the game that shows you the frame rate, the frame times, all that you want to know, even the driver that you're using. But there's a new thing in comparison to the previous game, which is the dynamic resolution, which is that you select a performance target. For example, I don't know, you're getting 40 frames per second on 1080p and you want 60 and don't mind a lower resolution from time to time. You just enable dynamic resolution, put the frame rate gauge at 60, and the game will dynamically adjust the resolution in order to maintain a consistent frame rate. By sacrificing the resolution, you can see how the resolution changes in real time by using the performance metrics built into the game once again. But yeah, in general my target will be 60 frames per second for this game, since in the consoles it does the same thing. And in a little more powerful cards like an RX 580, 1650 Super, something like that, or faster, I'll be targeting first 60 and then 144 FPS on 1080p using dynamic resolution. If I'm using something slower like an RX 570 or even a 1050 Ti, I'm probably not going to target 144 FPS, it's pretty difficult to do on those GPUs. This game is very GPU bound, so keep that in mind. And now that the DRM was removed, the CPU requirements are slightly lowered. So yeah, even on a quad-core CPU, you should be able to easily maintain 60 frames per second if your GPU can get to that number. I'm not sure if 2 Core 4-thread CPUs can run this game, honestly, since I don't have one. But considering that there's no more DRM, it should be easier on the CPU in general. And if you're targeting 144 FPS, I recommend an i5 9400F, a Ryzen 5 2600, something in that range, as long as your GPU can handle it once again. But yeah guys, that's about it. I hope you keep enjoying the video, thanks for watching and see you next time.